And then the Cav went into the A Shau Valley on April 19th, 1968, made the major assault into the A Shau Valley during that time frame. And that was a major, big deal effort. We lost 24 aircraft the first day, 24 helicopters. And the distinct memories that I have of that is a CH-47 Chinook flying down the valley with fire coming out of the back of his aircraft. His whole aircraft was on fire. We escorted a CH-54 Sky Crane that was taking a D-10 dozer up to the first LZ and LZ Tiger. We were in the first lift that went in. And he was actually hovering up the side of this mountain. And unfortunately, he hovered right past a 37 millimeter they had dug back into the side of that mountain. And the 37 millimeter opened up on him and put 5 rounds right in his canopy and blew the helicopter up. So that day was a bad day. One of the reasons that it was a bad day is that when the assault went in, the weather was such as that there was a small area over the valley to get over 600 aircraft in and out of. It was maybe a half-mile wide and maybe a mile long. And we had an AWACS plane up there that was controlling everybody going in and coming back out. And I again distinctly remember is that when we had to come out to rearm and refuel, you had to climb up through this opening, get up above the clouds, and then fly back to wherever your rearm refueling point was. And I could still hear those 37 millimeters and those 51 caliber guns shooting down there. They made a very distinct sound. There's a very distinct thumping sound they made. And as we were climbing out, the back of our seats were armored, and the side of our seats had panels that were armored. And I remember I would slid down in my seat as far as I could go and still fly the helicopter. And I thought that just let me get out of this thing and stop hearing this noise that's going on behind me. And as I was basically looking at my instruments, I wasn't really looking up ahead and everything. And the co-pilot was sitting in the front seat. He didn't come over the intercom. He just yelled, "Plane." And I heard him distinctly. And I looked up, and here was an F-4 Phantom coming down. He was on a bombing run coming down through the same area. All sorts of stuff hanging off him. I mean, I've never seen so many bombs and stuff. And he's coming right directly at us. And I just froze. I mean, I didn't know what to do. Well, he knew what to do. He rolled his aircraft up on its side, and he came by us. And he was so close I could see the skull and crossbones in white and the black helmet the guy had on. And as he went by, all I did was go. Rolled it level, went down, I looked back, dropped his bombs, hit the afterburner, and off he went.